What's up, Scapers? It's EVscape here, back with another video. Today is day number 2 in the 50-day video challenge. We got a whole 48 days to go, so we are just getting started. If you guys are pumped up for the 50-day video challenge, let me know in the comments. Today, we're jumping into a video all about the Obsidian Armour and weaponry, figuring out what it does, max hits, whether or not it's actually better to train in it. And let me tell you, you guys are going to be in for a surprise today. I did all the calculations and it surprised me. So let's stop messing around. Let's jump into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. So today we're going to be going over the Obsidian Armour and weaponry, going over what exactly it does, and then at the end we're going to figure out if you're better off using the Obsidian Armour and weaponry to do your training in. Now, first off, we're going to have to go over which obsidian pieces there are. So you obviously have the obsidian helmet, the obsidian plate body, the obsidian plate legs, the Toxt Ket Zil, which is the shield, and the Obby cape. Today, we're only going to be talking about the helmet, the plate body, and the plate legs. Now, the helmet, body, and legs can be obtained a number of ways, the first and easiest being the Grand Exchange. The helmet is currently going for 750,000 GP, the legs are going for 1.2 million GP, and the plate body for 1.1 million GP. Secondly, the players may buy the equipment from Tizhar Her Zal's equipment store in Mor Ul Rek. The helmet costs 84,480 Tokul, the body costs 126,000 Tokul, and the legs cost 100,500 Tokul. Lastly, players may obtain all Obsidian Armour by killing the higher level Tizhar Kets. They have 221 combat and can be found around the Tizhar caves. The shield and the cape have a 1 in 512 drop rate. The armor rates haven't been released, however, for the legs, plate body, and helmet, but we can probably assume they have the same drop rate as their predecessors. Now, the unique thing about the Obsidian Armour is that they all offer a strength bonus. The helmet gives a +3, the plate body gives a +3, and the plate legs give a +1, which make them, the helmet is the best in slot helmet, which is tied with the Natanite helm and the Serpentine helm. The plate body is the second best in slot, and the plate legs are also the second best in slot for strength bonus. Now, on top of these standard strength bonus boosts, the armor also gives a 10% damage and accuracy bonus when wielding obsidian weaponry. This bonus also stacks with the 20% bonus from the Berserker necklace to give a plus 30% bonus to damage and accuracy to the sword, the maul, the mini maul, and the dagger. Now that we know what the Obsidian Armour does, I want to answer a very common question. Is it more efficient to train with the Obsidian weaponry, with the Obsidian Armour and Berserker necklace on, than it is to train with any other weaponry? We're going to compare the damage against weapons and armour of different levels, such as the Abbey Whip, the Bludgeon, and the Dragon Scimitar. So first of all, we need to figure out the average damage of the obsidian weaponry and find out which one has the highest DPS. For this, we're going to assume that we're wearing max strength bonus for 60 defense and that we have 99 strength. Now, I know this obviously isn't going to be the case for everyone, but for the sake of figuring out which weaponry is better, we just make these assumptions. It won't make a difference if you don't have max strength or 99 strength. Because the armor that you can afford and the strength level that you have will be the exact same for other weaponry. So just for this, we're going to assume that we have max strength bonus and 99 strength. Now, when wearing max strength, this includes the Infernal Cape, Barrow's Gloves, Dragon Boots, Berserker Ring imbued, as well as all of the Obsidian Armor and the Berserker Necklace. With the Obby Maul, you're going to be able to have a max hit of 44 with no other boosts, which hits at a 4.2 second interval. For the Obsidian Sword, we have a max hit of 36, which hits at a 2.4 second interval. For the Mini Maul, we have a max hit of 39, which has a 3 second interval. And for the Dagger, we have a max hit of 35, which has a 2.4 second interval. Now, for the next calculations, obviously it's going to depend on the monster that you're fighting, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to run on the assumption that you are always going to hit at least 1 or higher and that you can't hit a 0. This is essentially taking out the accuracy roll, which we're not going to go over in this video. With the Obsidian Maul, you're going to hit an average of 22.5 every 4.2 seconds, which is a 5.65 damage per second. With the Obby Sword, you're going to hit an average of 18.5 every 2.4 seconds, which is 7.7 DPS. With the Mini Maul, you're going to hit an average of 20 every 3 seconds, which is 6.6 DPS. And with the Dagger, you're going to hit an average of 18 every 2.4 seconds, which is a 7.5 DPS. Now, if we compare this to the best in slot for 60 defense and switch our weapon to the Dragon Scimitar, we end up with a max hit of 32. This gives us an average hit of 16.5 every 2.4 seconds, which is a 6.875 DPS. So, at 60 attack and defense, which is the minimum requirement to wear the Obsidian Armour and weaponry, this means that the best DPS is the Obsidian Armour and weaponry, and therefore the most efficient training is actually with the Obsidian Sword. So that's all good and well. If you're 60 defense, 60 attack, then the best training is going to be with the Obsidian Armour and weaponry. But as you move up defense levels and attack levels, you have access to better weapons and armor. So let's switch things up and say you're not 60 defense anymore and you're able to wear max gear. The max hit with the D-Sim is actually going to stay at 32, so no difference there. The max hit with a whip is 35. The max hit with a bludgeon is also 35, but now the max hit with an Obby Sword is 37. The attacking speed of all these weapons is the exact same. So barring any additional accuracy bonuses that you would get from using the whip or the bludgeon, the optimal training gear for all levels is actually Obsidian Armour with the Obby Sword and Berserker Necklace. Not to mention that for the max strength bonus with any other weapon, you'd be spending in excess of 50 million GP more for the gear. Now, obviously this doesn't take into account the Slayer helmet, which would obviously give you better bonuses on Slayer tasks and make the other weapons better to use than the Obsidian training. But if you're not training your melee skills through Slayer, the Obsidian Armour is actually going to be better for you. So, I think that barring any additional accuracy bonuses, it's pretty clear from these calculations that Obsidian weaponry is the best to use when training melee. However, keep in mind, some monsters are weaker to different styles of attacking, so Obsidian weapons may not always be the best. So there you go, guys. Absolutely nuts. Turns out that Obsidian Armour is actually better for training. I was really surprised by that. I didn't think that armor that is so cheap to acquire compared to max strength armor was actually going to be better for training your melee stats, outside of Slayer, of course. So very, very surprising there. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Today was day number 2 in the 50-day video challenge. Very excited for this. If you guys are enjoying the videos, make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget to tell your friends about the videos, because you know what? If you tell your friend about the video, I'll smile. You won't be able to see it, obviously, because I don't have my face cam on, but you'll know that deep down inside, I'm happy because you told someone about my videos. Thank you guys very much for watching today. Get pumped for tomorrow's episode. We got a 1 to 99 Hunter Guide coming out. Really excited for that one. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.